Hello, hello, Hidden Hermit here. How's it going? I'm coming at you with a random reading. Random reading with a difference as well. Should be interesting. So let's just get down to it. Okay, so today is Tuesday, January the 21st, 2020. So in 21012020. It's kind of a funky little number there. And yeah, so I'm going to do a random reading for you, but as I say, with a difference. I'm going to try a little experiment. Before I do, let me tell you that the sun is at 0 degrees Aquarius, which is a hugely important point in the 360 degree cycle of the zodiac this year. 0 degrees Aquarius will indeed mark in 11 months' time, on the 21st of December, Saturn and Jupiter will conjunct at 0 degrees Aquarius, which I think is quite profound. It's very, very important. But more on that once we get closer to the time. But it has inspired me to do something a little bit different. The moon is at 19 degrees of Sagittarius. And we are currently, Pisces is rising at the moment, 24 degrees Pisces. And indeed, Neptune's just come over the horizon at 16 degrees Pisces, which may also have inspired me to do something a little bit weird. Now, Aquarius season has, in my opinion, has hit us quite in a very Aquarian way. Just reading the news this morning, an announcement that immune cells have been discovered that actually combat all kinds of cancer, which is, it's incredibly innovative. Very scientific there. And also in the UK, the announcement that UK unemployment has hit an all-time high. I think that those two pieces of news are very Aquarian in nature, very clinical, very no-nonsense, a little bit cold, and also somewhat hopeful as well. Aquarius is a sign of polar opposites. But anyway, so let's get on to the little surprise today. So I thought the little experiment I would try is I'm going to try a tarot deck that I haven't actually used a great deal. And when I say I haven't actually used a great deal, I've used it once, an hour ago, for my daily draw. So this is the deck that I'm going to be using for Aquarius season in 2020. This is the Catharsis Tarot. It's a very pretty deck. It's very nature-based. But yeah, the reason why I thought I'd give it a shot is, I mean, usually for random readings, I use decks. I use any of my working decks that I'm very used to, decks that I have, bonded with. So I thought I'd just give it a shot, see if the reading resonates with anybody. It has been cleansed since doing my my daily draw this morning. Cleansed, and I've only actually gone through the cards once, so who knows what's going to come out. And there's another little surprise at the end. So let's just get down to it, shall we? So let's do a reading for somebody. It is going to be random. So who are we going to do this reading for? So your sun sign. Are you a Taurus Sun? Taurus Sun. And your moon sign. Are you a Libra Moon? So Taurus Sun, Libra Moon. Is this reading for you? What can we say about Taurus Sun and Libra Moon? It's a very... There's a little bit of snootinish about those two vibes, if you ask me. Likes to be comfortable. I mean, Libra, much like Aquarius, and much like Gemini as well, all the air signs have an incredible polarity about them, They do swing from one side of the spectrum to another in quite a profound way. Libra... always the diplomat, want to try and keep things in balance, and yet at the same time can be a little bit judgmental. I don't think that's unfair. But anyway, let's just do this reading for you. So Taurus Sun, Libra Moon, is this reading for you? Just giving the cards a bit of a shuffle so you know that I'm not scripting it. And this reading is indeed unsolicited. You haven't asked for it, so if you don't want to know, turn off now. So let's just get down to it. I'll do the usual lantern spread. Now that I said that out loud, maybe I should do something different, but no, it's too late to think about that now. So that's going to be what's going through your heart and mind at the moment. Here is a situation that you are currently facing, or will be facing very soon. These energies leading up to this situation. Almost got a little flash of the card there, but I resisted in looking. These are the energies surrounding the situation as it is. These two cards have a very strong conversation, and the cards are a little bit bigger than what I was expecting, but that's fine. Here is a potential outcome or the future surrounding the energetic vibes of the future of the situation. There we go. So let's just get down to it. What's going through your heart and mind at the moment? Taurus Sun, Libra Moon. There's the Ace of Coins. That's interesting for many, many reasons, because I do believe this was the same card that came out in the same position in the last random reading we did. I could be wrong there, but look at this. This is an interesting looking Ace of Coins, isn't it? I mean, for a start, I can't actually see any coins on there. You've got this kind of daggery thing going on. Proud little raven. Evermore on top of that sign there. Nice little skull, very Egyptian vibe. Now, the one thing I have noticed about this deck is it does blend kind of Egyptian esoteric lore as well as kind of sort of traditional nature vibes going through it. But yeah, it's a very cool Ace of Coins or Ace of Pentacles. So you know, what's going through your mind at the moment, Taurus? Unsurprisingly, you're thinking about your immediate environment. Maybe money you're thinking of. It may be your health, your wealth, your time. It could be anything that's visceral and real. Not very much of a surprise there. And it is the Ace, so this is going to be at the forefront of your mind, whatever the nature is. And hopefully the other cards will give us a clue as to what it is, or give me a clue as to what it is. But yes, so again, yeah, at the very, very forefront of your mind. It's really something you're thinking about. What's the situation that you are either currently facing or will be facing very soon? And aren't the backs lovely? When I first saw them, I thought they were acorns, but somebody pointed out to me that they were probably apples or tomatoes, or even peppers. I don't know, that's an apple, these are tomatoes, that's a pepper. That's the way I see it. Of course, it's probably something else. Okay, so already we've got a bit of a theme going on here. The Three of Pentacles, Three of Coins here. Notice how the... that's interesting, isn't it? So the outline's the same. I wonder if it's the same for the rest of the deck. I do not know. So the Three of Coins, suggestive of work. So the situation that you are either facing now or will be soon is one of where you're putting in, you know, you're putting in the effort, you're doing a good job, and you're being recognized for it. People have noticed what you're doing. So is this a similar sort of vibe? Is the work vibe the Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles there? And you know, you've got your head down, you're thinking about the grindstone, as it were. And that's a pretty good situation to be analysing. Some more Egyptian imagery here. Nice, interesting little cat things going on here. Some sort of strange obelisk with more obelisks everywhere. Anubis on the border there. So yeah, it's very much a work-themed reading, I would suggest, straight away. How did we get to the Three of Pentacles or the Three of Coins? Transformation, death. Wow, this is a crazy good death card. That is insane. So the transformation inferred by this card is one of endings, I would suggest. These rather hungry looking crows picking apart what could only be suggested is a warrior, because he has a shield. Yep, he's still on his legs though, isn't he? Maybe his last legs. Maybe he's, you know, about to fall. Very earthy as well, you know. Death can take all sorts of different forms in various different tarot decks. Water, fire sometimes maybe, and in this case, earth. You got this rock behind them. Indeed, you know, you got a fiery sky. Is this another rising sun? So I don't know. Something has happened in the recent past that has led you to, I don't know. I mean, if I was to don my fortune teller's hat, I might suggest that perhaps you've had a new job, or a new role, or, you know, perhaps it's just the new phase of the job because it's the new year and you've come back to work after the holidays and you're sort of trying to give yourself a little bit of a regeneration, as it were. It's an interesting juxtaposition. What is the energy surrounding the Three of Coins there? It's the Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords, very, very, I mean, this is a cool image as well, isn't it? I mean, again, it's kind of suggestive of workmanship. So the Seven of Swords traditionally is that idea of things being taken or you taking things. There's a very sort of cheeky, malevolent, malicious vibe around the Seven of Swords. But this guy here, he seems to be working away on his weapons. Look, these swords here are being called. That's interesting, isn't it? Again, this vibe of doing something. That's interesting. Okay, let's turn over the outcome. It is, I think, it is a work vibe. I'm very much getting the idea of earning money, doing job, doing work. So, wow, look at that. Now we got the Two of Coins. Now I can assure you, this deck was brilliantly shuffled this morning. I like to shuffle for a long time just to get myself into the mood. But the Two of Pentacles here, or Two of Coins, that idea of balance, and balance that isn't quite achieved at the moment. That's always the vibe I get from the Two of Pentacles. Now look at this. You've got this sort of statue thing that has been, I don't know, it's old and weathered. These two scarab beetles approaching it. I wonder what they want with it. I wonder what are they thinking. Seems like a good place to lay some eggs, maybe. Good place to get it on. So yeah, the Two of Coins is all about keeping things, trying to keep things in balance. I do think the Two of Coins or Two of Pentacles, unlike the other twos, is a little more out of balance. It's sort of trying to get things back into balance. You do get a kind of a story here where, you know, you've come from this place of you wanting to shake things up a little bit. You've got a very strong idea in your mind of what you want to achieve. And yeah, the Three of Coins, I would suggest, is, you know, you're putting the effort in and you're hoping for that recognition. But something along the line here is going to put a little bit of a spanner in the works, or the sword in the bucket, as it were. And things are, you know, it's going to make the challenge even more challenging, I think. And you're going to struggle to kind of realize the fact that you're not going to quite achieve what you're going to do straight away. I'm going to just lay one more card down just to see what happens. Four of Cups. Okay, so that is suggestive that it will come to a little bit of an end. This is an interesting card, isn't it? You've got this kind of devil creature here. Very, very similar to the Waite-Smith imagery. I do like this border. Lots of skulls going on. Nice little serpent there. I wonder if this, I imagine the serpent does run through all the Cups cards, but you've got this devil thing. That's interesting. Yeah, so a lot of work, a lot of effort. Things maybe not quite in balanced as you would like, and you're probably going to get tired of the situation, and you will want to rest. You will want to be idle a little bit. What a fascinating reading. I'm going to be thinking about this for years, likely. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for the tarot reading. Now, the interesting thing about the Catharsis Tarot, it comes with a bunch of extra cards that are named the Elder Arcana. And to me, it feels more like an oracle deck. The Major Arcana are very much sort of archetypal vibes. Let's see, there's a Solstice card there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw one card just to give you a vibe of the reading. Did I just see a reverse card? Yeah, I did. Wow. Is that... Do we look at it? I think we're going to have to, aren't we? Oh, I'll tell you why that's reversed. I drew that for myself this morning. So we'll leave the library in there. We'll shuffle this up a little bit. And I'm going to stop waffling. Just get on with drawing a card for you. So yeah, this is going to be sort of like... a vibe of the reading. Hopefully it might clear the way a little bit. The Healer. Okay, so my first question is, are you embodying the archetype of the Healer? I don't think so. I think the Healer is something that you need to seek out after this sort of somewhat off-kilter, disappointing vibe going on here. And yeah, so you might have to seek the Healer in yourself, for yourself, or go out of your way to find something that's going to sort of help you, bring you back up after this a little bit of a disappointing situation work-wise, I would suggest. It's a beautiful card. I love it. I love it. Why is a bee being symbolized? Well, honey has got a lot of healing properties. I suddenly have the urge for honey. I'm gonna eat some honey now. But yeah, fascinating card. So I would suggest that with this healer card goes at the end here, on top of this Two of Pentacles and this Four of Cups. This situation, you know, you've got great intentions, you're putting a lot of effort in, but something is just marring the way a little bit. You have this urge for what's the word I'm looking for? Redoubling your efforts after this vibe of transformation. But yeah, something somewhere is, I mean, I kind of get the sense that this dude is building these swords, tempering these swords for a reason. A little bit of a spanner in the works. It's going to leave you feeling a little off balance and in need of a rest. And you're going to have to look for healing within yourself. I'm going to leave it at that. Interesting experiment. I did feel a little bit out of my depth, but that's fine. Good way to get stuck in with these cards, I would suggest. Anyway, well, thanks for watching. I am the Hidden Hermit. Enjoy your 0 degrees Aquarius day.